Hi teacher, good evening. My name is Jean-Pierre Ramirez. I hope you're doing very well. And the topic of this video finally is the class number 10. For the class number 10, I decided to choose the topic giving directions because it's an important topic. It's used in real life. Students' grade is first baccalaureate. Students' level is elementary. The duration of the class is 45 minutes. About the objectives or goals of this class are that learners will be able to identify directions. Also, learners will be able to properly give or use directions. Moreover, learners will be able to recognize the location expressions. And finally, learners will be able to state directions properly. About the methodology and the strategies, the methods used in this class, I decided to choose the communicative language teaching and audiolingual method. Those were the methods used for this class. About the strategies, I decided to use the total physical response strategy, the vocabulary roleplays, the roleplay strategy, pair and individual work with communicative activities. About the anticipatory set, for the anticipatory set, a short video will be shown to students and they will have only listen, they will have to listen only and watch. I will give them emphasis on the most important words or vocabulary where students will only analyze, will only watch and listen, no more. For the main teaching input, first, using a picture and using the laptop, I will introduce the location expressions. Students will be asked to listen and repeat expressions several times. Here I will be using the audiolingual method. Students will be asked to listen and repeat several times. Then I will show students a video. They will have to practice the words and sentences about giving directions like go left, make a right, go straight, go back, and so on. And I will ask them to repeat and listen several times, and also I will ask them to perform the actions when it's possible, obviously. In this case, I will be applying the audiolingual method and also the total physical response strategy. After, another video will be used in order to make students practice more. And they will have to watch a map and will have to memorize in 5 seconds, and then they will have to choose the right option. For example, in the video, a student will have to watch a neighborhood or during 5 seconds for 5 seconds, and then they will have to choose the right option. They will be asked a question and they will have to choose the correct option. Then, working in pairs, one student will have to give easy instructions like go left, go right, go back, go straight, across the street, and so on to his or her partner. The other student will have to perform the actions the first student says. Students will perform that activity once or twice, but in the second time they will shift roles. After that, working in group, one student will ask for directions, okay, to get to a specific place, and the other students will tell him or her wrong directions in order for that student or the first student ask for more directions to all the members of the group. This activity can be also repeated, but using a different student who will ask the directions. In this case, we are using the communicative language teaching methods. Students are communicating, are interacting about a topic. After that, using a video, students will have to listen a rap song. Yeah, I will sing that song, and then the students will be encouraged to rap the music as well. So this will be a very interesting and funny activity. And as all the students will have to sing the song, mandatory. And finally, the students will be asked to create, with my help, and perform a short dialogue using all the vocabulary, the previous vocabulary learned. I will help them giving some examples, some ideas. I will write ideas on the blackboard. And once they feel ready, they will play their dialogue in front of the class. Here in this case, I will be applying the vocabulary role-play strategy. About the modeling, students will acquire the knowledge and information about the topic through the repetition of phrases and sounds, also by using interactive and communicative activities. Therefore, learners will understand the topic through interaction, communication among students, and repetition targets or phrases, target phrases or grammar structures. For the guide practice, students in pair will have to give directions each other. First, one student gives directions and then the other perform them. And then they will shift roles. So the activity can be repeated twice. For the independent practice, I will only perform some actions. I will need the students. I will have the students to stand up individually, and I will ask them to perform actions. I will ask them to say the actions that I perform. And the students will have to say that activity individually almost 3 times. I will perform some actions and they will have to guess or say the correct names of those actions 3 times for each student. For the assessment, individually, students will be shown a map and they will be asked to get to a specific place. I will give them instructions and they will have to arrive to the place that I will be saying. For example, I will say, okay, look at the map, go straight up, turn left, turn right, in the corner, cross the street, and things like that. For the review, for the closing review and follow-up, the feedback and reinforcement will be given to the class, to the students at the end of the class. I will give the students a quick review about the topic, of the vocabulary, of the sentences, or of the words related to the topic. And I will ask the students to tell all the words or phrases they remember. Students will be asked to tell me all they remember about the topic. About the materials, about the supplementary or didactic materials. In this case, I also use my typical didactic materials, the audiovisual aids, the computer, the laptop, the markers, the videos, the pictures. This class were most dynamic, more interesting. Here in this class, I decided not to include a lot of grammar or much grammar, so students will have a more dynamic class. Also, in this class, I use 4 different videos as didactic or supplementary materials. One video was for practicing vocabulary, sentences, or words about the topic. The other videos were similar, also for the same goal or purpose. And the pictures were used likewise for performing exercises. And I used one of the pictures to introduce the vocabulary about expressions of location. So those were all the materials used for this class. So teacher, thank you so much. I hope you like and enjoy the video. That was all for today. See you soon and have a nice night. Goodbye.